Imagine a fledgling nation, born from rebellion, surrounded by powerful empires, and facing internal strife. Most would bet against it. Yet, within a few short decades, this audacious experiment would begin its ascent to global power. How did the early United States, a mere collection of former colonies, transform itself from a fragile republic into a rapidly expanding force on the world stage? This is the story of the young giant. Our story begins not with a whimper, but with a bang. The American Revolution wasn't just a fight for independence. It was a radical assertion of new ideals, liberty, self-governance, and individual rights. From the shot heard around the world to the improbable victory at Yorktown, the colonists, led by figures like George Washington, defied the might of the British Empire. But winning the war was only the first step. The ink on the peace treaty was barely dry, and the new nation was already teetering. The Articles of Confederation, their first attempt at governance, proved too weak. States squabbled, the economy faltered, and anarchy loomed. Enter the Founding Fathers. In a sweltering Philadelphia summer, they hammered out a revolutionary document, the United States Constitution. It created a stronger federal government, divided powers, and established a system of checks and balances, a blueprint for enduring stability. This wasn't easy. Debates raged between Federalists and Anti-Federalists. Compromises like the Great Compromise and the Three-Fifths Compromise were contentious but crucial for unity. With George Washington as its first president, the young nation began to walk. Washington understood the immense task of setting precedents. He established the cabinet, asserted presidential authority, and navigated complex foreign relations. But arguably, the most transformative force of this era was Alexander Hamilton, Washington's Treasury Secretary. His audacious financial plans, establishing a national bank, assuming state debts, implementing tariffs, stabilized the economy, and projected American creditworthiness onto the world stage. Meanwhile, figures like Thomas Jefferson championed agrarian ideals and westward, laying the groundwork for future growth and ideological clashes. With internal structures solidifying, the gaze of the young republic turned westward. The vast, untapped lands beyond the Appalachians beckoned. The defining moment of early expansion was undoubtedly the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. President Thomas Jefferson, despite his strict constitutional interpretation, seized the opportunity to buy an enormous chunk of land from France, effectively doubling the size of the nation overnight. This monumental acquisition opened up unimaginable possibilities, fueling the concept that would later be called manifest destiny, the idea that America was destined to expand across the continent. Lewis and Clark's epic journey soon after explored this new frontier. But the rise wasn't without its challenges. The young nation found itself caught between warring European powers. Tensions with Great Britain, fueled by impressment of American sailors and territorial disputes, escalated into the War of 1812. While militarily ambiguous, the War of 1812 proved crucial for America's national identity. It solidified a sense of distinct Americanism, produced iconic symbols like the Star-Spangled Banner, and demonstrated that the United States could defend itself against a global superpower. It truly marked the end of colonial dependence. Following the War of 1812, America entered a period often called the Era of Good Feelings. Political divisions lessened, and a spirit of nationalism prevailed. Infrastructure projects like the Erie Canal began connecting distant regions, fostering trade and unity. Early industrialization took root, shifting parts of the economy from purely agrarian. New states rapidly joined the Union as pioneers pushed westward. Of course, this era wasn't without its underlying tensions, particularly the growing debate over slavery, which would cast a long shadow over the nation's future. But for now, the momentum was forward. From a revolutionary spark to a continental power, the early United States' rise was a testament to bold ideas, pragmatic leadership, and the relentless spirit of its people. They built institutions, expanded territory, and forged an identity that would shape the next 2 centuries. The foundations laid in these crucial decades continue to influence America today. Understanding this early period isn't just about history. It's about understanding the very DNA of a nation that dared to be different. What do you think was the most critical factor in America's early rise? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through early American history, please hit that like button, subscribe for more historical insights, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.